for sure. And we got the 450C, actually 450C and Vet 30 Plus class going to be running together. 70 shifter just around the corner as we roll through this race day here at Ironman Raceway. Still lots of cloud cover here today, but fortunately the rains have subsided and haven't seen a lot in way of precipitation since about midway or just past the midway point of the Pro Moto there a few moments ago. Right now it is a battle that may be developing for second place in the 125 8 to 15-year-old class. We'll look into the girls 8 to 13 here in just a moment. That one usually offering up a pretty exciting race. A big age range in there, but a lot of these girls about 8, 9, 10 years old. A couple, well, one 12-year-old. And as far as youngsters go, there is one 8-year-old. So everybody pretty much right there in the middle part of that class. Up front of this class, the 125 8 to 15, Braden Shimon, the 19 in second. Corey Osborne, Braden Lawless now in third. So we have seen that change take place from the start of this one. But we may see another change on the horizon as the 59 machine of Lawless is not wanting to relinquish, it doesn't appear, that number 2 position so easily. So he's fighting back right now as we speak. Your girls leader, Haley Goff, the number 5, checking in with us now, it looks like. And the number 2 spot, the 255 of Logan Mayfield, about 9.3 seconds back in second. India Trimble, the 99 Slash, is third. There's Natalie Jackson, the number 3. She was the sister of Mason Jackson, who won the last moto. She's back in the number 3 position. The girls 8 to 13. So would it be easier to have 2 kids in the same race or back-to-back because you have no time to relax after 4 laps and you got to go back for four more intense laps? I'd say that having 2 in the same moto would be a little easier. Have to talk to a parent to find out a little bit about that, though. But right now, look at this battle. It is still waging on. We have not taken our eyes off of this one because, well, for obvious reasons. Osborne and Lawless have got themselves a barn burner, my friends, is what we like to call that. And over the Max's tunnel jump now they go. And here comes that 58 of Lawless. You can see he's trying to find the short line around the racetrack. But somehow or another, Corey Osborne is able to keep him at bay. Braden Shimon continuing to hold down the lead there on the 02s. They go over the quad section now. Right down in front of Bender Village. Looks like things are settling into pace here now. It looks like maybe Osborne. Oh, man, I spoke too soon. Here comes Lawless on the outside. It's a drag race. He's got the line on the inside of the next turn. Will it pay dividends? Let's find out. The track looking pretty rough right there. Both riders having to slow down. Did Lawless have to slow down more? And that momentum from the outside carries him to the inside of the next turn. And wow, Corey Osborne hanging on to it, at least for the moment. Uh-oh. Cutting that line short, squaring it up. Lawless trying to get the drive down toward the finish line. This is only for lap 3 or 2 complete now. But wow, a 2:38 lap time and a 2:39 for Osborne. So you can see the differences there. Not much, about a second. So it goes from about 1 point so many seconds and out 0.3 of a second. 0.370 is the official time deficit between second and third in this 8 to 15 class. Wow, Natalie Jackson, 4th place after that first lap, was 0.3 of a second behind India Trimble. We'll see if she's able to capitalize there. Oh, mercy, check it out. They are still side by side out there. They are not giving up any whatsoever, and these track conditions are certainly helping out in that favor. Lots of traction out there, it looks like, as the 19 machine of Osborne gets just that little bit of oomph up that hill right there, and that's going to be enough to put a couple of quad links between he and Lawless. But from what I've been able to see, every time I start to say, well, looks like things are starting to settle down here in this race, all of a sudden Brandon Lawless is right back into the thick of things. So we'll be keeping an eye on that Meanwhile, 2 laps down now for Haley Goff. And Natalie Jackson all the way up to second, man. We saw some great passes. She was 5th place off the start, 4th place, 3rd place, and now up to second, all in 1 lap. Or in 2 laps, I guess you could say. Braden Shimon, by the way, turning the fastest lap at a 2:35.647. And looks like the second fastest lap may be that of Braden Lawless at a 2:58.583. And he's back in the 3rd place position, still trying to get around the 19 of Corey Osborne. Osborne did all the work that he needed to do, at least for the moment, in that first lap. Getting off the whole shot okay, but, man, it ain't over yet. Lawless, he is back there. He is knocking on the door. Shimon, there he is coming into our screen as he checks through the big quad section now. And Osborne seems to be a little more comfortable. And that's about what I was saying a lap ago. And then all of a sudden, things got really interesting right about here. But this time, it looks like that Osborne was ready for the 58 of Lawless. Or was he? Because Lawless is right back in position where he was, and maybe a little better spot than he was a lap ago. But that inside line belongs to Osborne, and that's going to be the tail of the tape right there. Ooh, going back to the inside, squaring it up again. Man, I got to tell you, got to say Lawless is certainly looking for the lines out there, and he's using every available opportunity that is afforded him. So you can see Lawless has got what it takes to be dialed in as far as the racing goes. And ooh, going wide through the mechanics area, the 19 of Osborne. That allows Lawless to pull up side by side now and take over the number 2 spot. So the 19 machine, I don't know, got just a little too wide coming into the mechanics area. And, man, did Lawless take advantage. He capitalized. He pounced on it like a tiger. And it looks like tough break there for Corey Osborne. Lost traction at the top of the hill, and that takes him pretty much out of the battle in this one as they roll through this final lap unless something happens to Lawless. Shimon's second lap time still stands as the fastest at a 2:35.6. Meanwhile, back in the girls' class, Haley Goff, Natalie Jackson. There's 14 seconds that separated the two, nearly 15 seconds. Now, as we see a 2:54.6 being turned in by Haley Goff, we'll see where Natalie Jackson happens to be. She turned a 2:58 in traffic last time around, so she may actually find a little bit more of that speed out there. Maybe not. Looks like she's lost quite a bit of time. A 14-second gap has opened up now to a 19-second gap on a 2:59 lap time. Might want to watch what's going on behind her. She had a 2:59 lap time. How about a 2:56 lap time for Logan Mayfield, who's back in the hunt? About 5.8 seconds back, but still about 3 seconds faster. Almost, within thousandths of a second. Are we looking at an even 3 seconds faster? Mayfield was, but that's still not going to translate into a pass on this lap. It's going to take 2 laps with only a 3-second faster lap and a 5.8-second gap. Shimon don't got to worry about that, though. Shimon, the number 2 in the 125 class, motoring his way around, readying himself for checkers, while girls 8 to 13 continue to battle it out. Goff, Jackson, Mayfield, Tribble, Shaw. That's Chloe Shaw, the number 53. I got to wonder, is that Neve Shaw's little sister? They got the same number. They got the same last name, but they're not from the same town unless that's where they used to be from. She hasn't changed her information yet. That's quite possible. Braden Shimon taking the win there. Braden Lawless moves in for the kill and the second place position in the 125 8 to 15. Osborne will take second. Then we got Switzerland and Norway in the house here on RacerTV.com. We're proud to have you along. We got 10_ Tom Stebler in